Hi guys, this is Christopher John Hill from the Hills Adventures, and here's the first book I wanted to introduce you guys to. It's called The Wizard's Apprentice, Shadows of the Vale, and it's the first book I've ever written. This one took me over 20 years to write, and I spent many hours, probably well over 1,000 hours writing it. This is the back of it. It has a synopsis and everything on there, including my picture. You guys can take a quick look at that. And yeah, this book I spent probably well over 1,000 hours and over 20 years writing. And it was a labor of love. It's the first book I've ever written. And basically the closest story I can think of that would have any kind of similarity is probably Lord of the Rings. So if you're into Lord of the Rings at all, this is the kind of story that you can go on an adventure with and through. And it basically starts off with a wizard called Amroth, and he ventures throughout the world, and eventually meeting up with other adventurers who join his quest, essentially to save the world of Primroth from the evil and corruption which is spreading throughout it. So this is the first one. I'm going to show you another cover, which is the same book, but it has a different cover, and this is the original cover that we used. But this one is in Portuguese, and my wife was the one that translated it, and here's the back of it. So this is for anyone that is Portuguese and that is interested in reading this one. They can definitely get it. It's on Amazon, along with all the other books I've written right here. And I'll put that one down. Secondly, we have the next in the volume of series of The Wizard's Apprentice, and this one is called The Wizard's Apprentice, The Battle of Two Kingdoms. It essentially continues the story from where the first one left off, and I don't want to give anything away, so that's why I'm not going into too much detail. If you guys are interested, you can have a read through the synopsises and the first 2 chapters on Amazon, because there's always a look inside available. Here's the back of it. And this basically just continues on from where that left off, and it has a really big battle at the end of the book. And it's basically, without giving anything away too much, the humans and the dwarves ally with each other, and they take on the evil that is essentially menacing the world at the time being. Okay, and here's the third installment, The Wizard's Apprentice, and as you can see, this one is purple. It's another continuation as the heroes, along with their allies, make their way back to the Vale. So that's without giving too much away. And this is the front cover, and this is the back. So if you guys love Lord of the Rings, if you're really into those kinds of stories, then this is definitely the one for you. And essentially what I've done is the first 3 volumes, and I will be working on a 4th volume for this series, which is the final volume. And it will also have a standalone book, which goes back in time and tells you the history of Amroth himself, how the Vale came into being, and how the world of Primroth formed, basically, with all the races in it. Okay, now we have the last book which I released and worked on, which is called Aria The Female Bard. The cover is definitely pretty spectacular. I was very impressed. My wife, she does all the illustrations, and this is definitely, wow, one of the best covers I've ever seen in the series. It has the synopsis on the back. It's very easy to read, and the colors are very bright and pink, and it's essentially about Aria herself, who's featured on the cover. She's a wandering bard throughout the world of New Haven, and she basically meets up with someone and becomes a best friend with them. And along the way, they have lots of adventures. She sings in a lot of locations. There's about 6 songs within the book, very, very short songs, but there are songs there nevertheless. And it's a very heartfelt tale. It's very quirky, it's very over the top, very outrageous. So this one's directed towards both teenagers and adults. And if you're into that, if you like a story with a bit of romance and a bit of laughs along the way, and also a little bit of a heartfelt tale, this is definitely the one for you. There was a couple sections in this book where I read through where it literally did put tears in my eyes. And if a book can do that to the writer, then it's something very special. So there's at least two occasions within this book that will probably bring you to tears, and it's something I'm very proud of. I'm currently working on the second one, and lastly, I have another book on the way, and that one is called Light versus Dark, and I will be introducing that when we get it in the mailbox. We've ordered an Orthos copy. So I will be showing you that one next, and this one I highly recommend. It's for anyone that likes a good tale on the road, and it has a good storyline behind it as well. And you'll find a lot of surprises along the way, and it'll definitely shock you in a good way. Okay, well, I guess that's everything for the time being. Oh. Okay, so basically we have here a list of all the other books I've written. And I've written approximately 27 so far, with the number 28 on the way. And yeah, I will be going into more detail about these ones in future videos. So for the time being, take care. Remember to like and subscribe, and have a read on of all of them on Amazon when you can. Okay, see you later. Take care.